All right, here we go. First of all, to you few people who are seeing this because you're my subscriber and I show up in your subscriber feed, thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. I find nothing more irritating than a YouTuber complaining about YouTube. But that's what this video is, so you don't have to watch this if you don't want. I'm going to talk to the algorithm because 3 people are going to watch this video. 2 of them are my subscribers, and the third one is this YouTube algorithm, which seems to have taken quite an interest in me. Hello, YouTube algorithm. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a pleasant day sitting in your box of wires on your computer. You seem to have put my channel into a shadow ban. And you're very clever about it. Plausible deniability. No hard evidence. What do you mean shadow ban? What do you mean? You're imagining it. Your videos aren't good enough. You're not engaging enough. You're not compelling enough. You need to have better thumbnails. In a lot of relationships, a woman will use a tactic where she'll get moody and weird. And the guy will come up to her and say, "Honey, what's wrong? I can tell something's wrong." And she says, "Nothing." And looks away and like chops up some vegetables really loud, confirming that she's upset. And if he might say, "Okay, well, if nothing's wrong, I'll leave you alone." That's a mistake. But he could also say, "No, please tell me. I know something's wrong. Please, please." And she'll say, "No, nothing's wrong." Because she wants him to worry about it. She wants him to suffer just like she's suffering. She wants him to stew, to think, could it be this? Could it be that? She wants him to rack his memory, think of all the things that he could have done. Maybe it's when I said this. Maybe it's when I said that. This is what she wants. Gives her this power, this control. You've hurt her in some way, so she's going to use this to hurt you back. It's like a retaliation. And that's how YouTube is treating me. I don't mean to sound like a crazy person, YouTube, but you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And I know what you're doing. I used to not know any better. I'd have a girlfriend and I'd be like, no, please tell me, please, please. I'd beg her. And then she'd say, "Well, if you don't know what you did, I'm not going to tell you." She'd actually say stuff like that. How disrespectful is that? This person you're supposed to love, who's supposed to be your partner and on your team, and she says, "No, I'm not going to tell you. You figure out what you did." That's what shadow bans are like. YouTube won't tell you. No email. No notification. No little message box that says, "Hey, just so you know, this and that problem in this video, you should take a look." No warning, no, "Oh, here's your first strike, please don't do it again." I feel disrespected, honestly. I'm an educated, grown adult man. YouTube algorithm. You can speak to me. I know you're not human. I know you have a lot of people to deal with. You're kind of like God, like sitting in the ether judging everyone. I get it. You're a busy thing. You're a busy little robot, aren't you? I'm an adult, well-educated man. I'll respect you if you respect me. We can be reasonable about this. Of course, this is what you want, right? You want me to get emotional. You want me to get this little police officer in my own head that's constantly second guessing every decision. Should I say this? Should I say that? Let me censor this word. Will the algorithm get mad if I post about this topic? Oh, it wants me to do this kind of video and not that kind of video. You're not going to have that power over me. If you treat me like this, I'm just not going to post. You understand? I'm giving you free content. Free. Maybe it won't align with your values, so you want to throw it away and put me through some filter. So, we won't deal with this guy. We want the safe people that do cooking videos or show their pets or something. But I'm a real human being. I'm trying to bring real, authentic perspectives and connection, real insight and wisdom, things that I've seen, things that are useful and interesting, things that connect us, can heal traumas and pain, all sorts of things. I have a lot of valuable things to bring. I'm not trying to bring destruction. I'm trying to bring perspective. I'm trying to bring peace, understanding. So I'm not going to sit here and second guess everything I've said in every video, because everything came from the heart. Everything was stuff I believed. Some of it was emotional, I understand. Maybe there's some emotions that you feel are inappropriate to express on this platform. Which is fine, I can work with you, but tell me. Just tell me, YouTube algorithm. I beg you. Or is that too far? Maybe I don't need to beg you, because it's lowering myself and putting you as this authority figure, like a parent, that I have to please. Oh, please, please. Please approve of me. I'll do anything. Please tell me what to do. But it's more effective if you don't tell me what to do. Because then I run around in circles in my own mind and say, oh, it could be this, it could be that. And then I squeeze myself into a little box, and then I try and do, oh, just this little thing. Is that okay? Oh, is that okay? And then every decision I make forever is just oh, is this good for my YouTube boss? My boss? I don't have a boss, okay? You're not my boss. I make some videos, and I'm very grateful that you provide me with a platform to put my video on that people can watch it. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. And if you do have some rules, great, I'll work with you, but talk to me. I'm not going to live with this policeman, this invisible ghost in my head that I have to fight against. How do I know I'm shadow banned? I'm not stupid. I'm a clever person, and I'm good at numbers, and YouTube gives you plenty of numbers, so if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't really know about this stuff, and I won't bore you with the details, but there's plenty of graphs, plenty of numbers. You can see when a line is going like this, and all of a sudden it just goes straight forever. Okay, that's something. That's not nothing. You get the basic idea. So I've looked into it and researched a bit, and apparently this is the second time it's happened, by the way, to my channel. This is the second time. So when I first started my channel, so I hate to talk about channels and YouTube, and it leaves a gross feeling. I don't want to be talking about YouTube, you understand. I want to talk about real important topics, things that are meaningful to me, not this trivial, petty YouTube stuff. But so when I first started my channel, my first 2 or 3 videos, I thought it went pretty well. I got 70 people watching one of my first videos, which I didn't really put too much effort or planning into it. I just had a topic. It was the one about the surprising advantage of numbers. I guess that's a pretty clickbait title. Maybe that's what YouTube found interesting. And that was my best performing video. Is that my best video? I'm not so sure about that. It was more just like a trial run. So YouTube is a complicated algorithm. It's trying to decide who you are, who to show you to. So it kind of pushed me for a little bit. I mean, 70 views, 70, that's not very many people. I mean, it is a lot of people when you think about rooms full of people. That's 2 rooms full of people, 2 classrooms maybe, which I appreciate. That's a wonderful amount. If I could get 70 people to watch each of my videos, I would be humbled and grateful. That's an amazing number. I'm not sitting here trying to compare myself to other channels getting tens of thousands of views or millions of views or whatever it is. because I know it's all manipulated and YouTube's pushing what it wants to push, and you know, I don't owe them anything, they don't owe me anything. That's totally perfectly fine. I'm cool with all of that. Even 70 seemed like kind of more than I deserved just to start off, you know what I mean? But they quickly corrected that problem, because soon after that, my videos just went to zero. Or like 1 or 2. So I guess I thought maybe, oh, I've been judged. YouTube didn't like something about me, but I just kept posting anyway, and the videos slowly started doing a little more, and I was like, oh, okay, well this I can work with. YouTube is slowly now building my audience, and I didn't want to get big right away anyway. I want to slowly find people who kind of vibe and understand my deal, what I'm doing here. I want to slowly build an audience. And if I never have much of an audience because I'm not a mainstream type of guy, that's totally cool with me. I just want a little niche, like a little group of like-minded people who want to be more in touch with their humanity, want to see things for what they are, find the truth, and not be afraid to go against social standards in certain ways. I don't know. Those are the kind of people that I would like to join my little section of YouTube here. And I had faith in YouTube that it could find that audience for me. Go out into the wide world, wherever they are. I'm sure they're all over the world, you know. Just find them and collect them up and show them some of my videos, and they'll probably think, hey, this guy kind of sees similar things to what I see, and you know, we can grow from there, and it'd be great. Have a little group of maybe 30 people, something like that. That would be wonderful. I would love that, and I would keep making videos for a long time with just a small group like that. I'd be more than happy. So it's not about trying to go viral or something. I actually wake up in the morning a bit scared that I went viral. Like, oh, what if I wake up and I just have like 100,000 views out of nowhere, and like I'm all over the internet and everyone's talking about me, and now there's all these Reddit posts of people saying this, no, this corny's dirty, this reminds me of this and that. So I don't want to deal with any of that, you know what I mean? So it's always a risk you take when you expose yourself and put yourself on the internet. So I was always a little worried about that, but I didn't have anything to worry about. I mean, who am I? I'm some guy. I mean, there's so many people just post just meaningless stuff of themselves on the internet, so it's very, very unlikely to happen. I'm very unlikely to say anything so insightful or wonderful or amazing that it catches the attention of everybody and goes super viral. I understand. I don't have a mainstream viral way of thinking. I have a very niche sort of way of thinking that only a few people will really understand and appreciate. So that's the kind of channel that I want to be. Anyways, the reason I was telling this whole story is because of this experience where I had my first like main video do pretty well. I mean, not well for the standards of most channels, but better than I expected for one of my first videos. But then after that, it just clamped down to 0. And then it slowly started growing And I posted every 2 or 3 days or so, and I thought, okay, this is kind of how it works. Just put out some consistent content, and then YouTube will sort of get who you are a little more, and will find your right audience. It'll slowly bring them in, and you can kind of build from there. Until just like a couple videos ago, where I did that one on religion. I think that's the one that caused problems. Once again, clamp. No one sees it. And I was like, whoa, that's weird, this again. So then I thought, okay, well, let me try a totally different topic. And so I did the one on weight loss, which was a short video. I thought it was kind of more mainstream. That's why the tone is a little different. And I wanted to see, okay, if I put out this different type of video, maybe YouTube will be happier with me. See, already it's getting in my head. Already YouTube is like with these analytics and things is getting into my head and making me behave in ways that it wants. It's getting me worried, getting me anxious. So I'm having to do things that I think maybe it would want me to do instead of what's from my heart, instead of being authentic and trying to connect, which was the point of this channel. And I hate that. I don't want to get sucked into that. I told myself from the beginning that I wouldn't allow that, but that's the trouble with intelligent people, is they tend to be overconfident. They say, oh, I wouldn't fall for this. I'm not going to fall for that because I'm smart, and I fall into that all the time. So I may have overestimated my capability to withstand the sort of emotional manipulation that'll happen in a platform like YouTube. But I mean, how can I resist? I'm one individual, and they're a mega corporation with giant teams of psychologists all fiddling with A/B testing constantly. How can I can't stand up to that. I have no chance. So, but like I said, I'm willing to work with you, YouTube. I'm willing to work with you. Just tell me, please. I'm a reasonable person. I'm very good at following rules. If you give me a rule, I will follow it. I have read the community guidelines. I've read your community guidelines. I've gone through point by point. Okay, don't do this, don't do this. The stuff on that community guidelines is pretty intense, man. A lot of that stuff I would never even think of doing. Like a lot of clearly immoral and illegal things. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. The only thing is I talk about some sensitive topics occasionally. But when I read the community guidelines, YouTube specifically allows for things like abuse survivors, things like that, people telling their stories. So I read that and I was like, okay, cool. Well, that's kind of the most sensitive stuff that I'd be talking about. And then you got topics like sensitive topics, maybe a little bit politically charged, like this men and women stuff. I have a couple of videos on men and women. Maybe that's too much and it's triggering the YouTube robot to dislike me. I don't know what it is, but see, I'm already building this little policeman in my head. So yeah, my YouTube promotion, the automatic promotion that YouTube does, it got clamped down again, and I can see it. And even that new video with the diet thing, no one's seeing that either. So it's that same thing where my channel is getting squished down, and it's going to be slowly allowed to relax over time. It's going to take a couple weeks or something. That's what happened before. And I did some research. People are saying that when you get shadow banned, that it takes a while for it to allow you back in. So it's like a punishment. A punishment for what exactly, I don't know. But I guess it's making me reflect on it, and that's all they want me to do is reflect. And, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Get me to walk on eggshells. Get me anxious and afraid. Man, I hate this stuff. I really do. So I'm just speaking my mind, and I'm telling you, YouTube algorithm, how I feel and what I think about this. And if you want to communicate with me directly, then wonderful, I'll listen and we can work together. But if you're just going to make me anxious and make me worry and punish me without speaking to me, it just feels really abusive, man. Like, why treat me like this? Why do I deserve this? I've had so many instances in my past of people treating me in this sort of abusive way where they withhold information, they get me to suffer in silence. It's just not cool, man. I understand that you're a whole big corporation and you don't have time to deal with individuals and you need your little robot army to do it. So I kind of get it. And I expected this anyway. I mean, you're giving me all these nice servers to put my videos on. You process my videos for me, and I thank you and I'm grateful. But my parents made food for me as well, and I was grateful for them for that, but does that give them the right to then be abusive and authoritative and control me in weird, indirect ways? I'm just expressing some frustration here, so I think that's all that I had to say. Let's kind of get the rant out of my system. Maybe my channel will get blocked after this video goes up, so we'll see. But anyways, it's an interesting adventure. And YouTube, if you don't want me here, then that's fine. I can go somewhere else. If that's what you want, that's your decision. It's not up to me. That's up to you. So make your decision, and I won't expect to hear from you because you're not the type that really communicates very much, are you? But here's plenty of communication from me, so do with that what you will, my robot friend.